Hi, and thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to talk about Superman, since there's the new movie coming up on July 11th, and whether or not Superman is even relevant anymore. I would say yes. I would say Superman is more relevant than ever. If you actually dive into the comic books and look at his storylines, he is a compelling character, more so than a lot of people believe, because in their mindset, Superman is this invincible archetype. He is the individual that can do no wrong. But what they're really missing is that Superman is the mask. Okay? The core of Superman is Clark Kent. I know Quentin Tarantino probably takes exception to that, because in Kill Bill Volume 2 he said that Clark Kent is what Superman thinks of humanity. But I really feel like what makes Superman a great character is the fact that he is human. He's Kryptonian, he's got all these powers, but he is humble, he is kind, he is considerate. He's always willing to listen to those in need. The best Superman stories are not the ones that are just focused on Superman himself. They're the ones that dig into the emotions, that get to the depth of who Clark Kent really is, Kal-El really is. And I'll give you an example of this. The World Saga that came out a few years back, excellent storyline, by the way. Superman did not liberate Warworld. It was Clark Kent, because Clark Kent used his compassion and his kindness. Superman could have gone in and just thumped everybody using his cosmic power and, been the Ubermensch, as it were. But it was Clark Kent that actually won that war to liberate those people, because he used compassion, he used caring, he used non-lethal methods to try to win that battle. That's what makes Superman Superman. This is Star Wars and Spidey Summer. And with that, we cover Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a big favorite over here on our channel. And in the movie Into the Spider-Verse, they make the point that anyone could wear the mask. And that's what makes Spider-Man relatable. He's got human heart, he's got human flaws, he's got incredible powers, but he tries to do his very best with them. I would say that Superman can fall into the exact same category as well. Superman is a very human hero. I know he's an alien. I know he comes from Krypton, and that he was sent here as the planet was being destroyed so that he could have a full and rich life. But Superman is a very, very human character. I didn't really get into Superman comics until the pandemic hit. And what drew me to him was the Rebirth line. And for a long time, I had been like a lot of different individuals when it came to Superman. He's just too overpowered. Superman, if he gets beat in a fight, the way that looks is that he's been nerfed quite a bit, or that somebody is superior to the Superman, and then how can he be Superman if somebody else can beat him, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I had a pretty low opinion of Superman. But then I started reading the Rebirth line. And, man, that drew me into the character of Superman so much. Him as a father really spoke to me, because I was a young father at the time. And watching him and Lois try to bring up Jonathan in a world where he would also be compassionate, caring, in a more cynical society that we have today, that resonated with me. And then I went back and I read John Byrne's stuff, and then I read Mark Waid's excellent Superman for All Seasons. That was phenomenal. Secret Identity, which I kind of put off thinking, this is going to be hokey, a real life Superman in the real world. But it turned out to be a very touching and moving story. I really enjoyed that. Of course, you've got All-Star Superman, which is kind of set up as the ultimate pinnacle of Superman stories. And I did enjoy it. And the thing that really stuck out to me in that is that Clark Kent is who shone through in all those stories that I'm talking about. Yes, he took on monsters, he took on aliens, he took on all this stuff. And yes, he used his incredible powers to win these great victories. But Clark Kent was the hero of the story. Clark Kent was the role model. And the thing that I'm trying to get to here is with Superman, anybody can wear the mask in Spider-Man. But I also believe that anybody can be Clark Kent. I'm not saying everybody can be Superman. I'm saying everybody can be Clark Kent. Where if we just take a little bit of time to listen to others, to open our hearts, and look at things from a different perspective, that we can make this world a better place. And that, to me, is what the root of Superman is all about. So, I'm looking forward to seeing Superman's new movie coming out July 11th. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Superman or Clark Kent the more compelling character? Let me know if you're planning on going to see the new Superman flick. And as always, please hit like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.